So lucky to be joined by another guest tonight, Isabella Lossi, known as Bella Deer. Bella is no stranger to the music scene, having joined the likes of Tando and Emma Donovan and the Putbacks on stage in previous projects. Bella Deer is a new venture in a musical journey. Her impressive vocal range accompanies emotional keys and rousing rhythms to create a dream indie pop sound. Welcome to the show, Bella.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
No worries. So, as I've mentioned, you're already a seasoned performer. So, what was the idea behind creating Bella Deer as a moniker and as a project, I guess?
Yeah, definitely. I suppose from, I guess, doing a lot of shows where you have your name up in lights, and I found that over the years that my old name that I performed under would get spelt wrong a lot. It was pronounced wrong a lot. It got some tongue twisters live on radio, that type of thing. But I didn't feel that what I was performing under in the past really suited the new sort of direction and the growth of my songwriting. So I really just wanted to start fresh and just give people that have followed me for over the years something. I guess I'm going to call it a level up. So
Yeah.
just something fresh and exciting and new. So having the rebrand was really a way to just press restart. And I suppose after the last few years, having a fresh start's a great idea.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, who would you say are your musical influences?
All right. Well, my biggest influence, I think, is probably Florence and the Machine. But growing up, I loved the staple Australian female diet of Missy Higgins, Delta Goodrem. Because they played piano, they were always my heroes, so to speak. But as I've grown older, yeah, I think Florence is my go-to, and I guess, I don't know, I like a lot of different genres and take ideas from lots of different bands, but I do love my Australian music. I really like Carnival, and I don't know, just take bits and pieces from everywhere.
Yeah, keeping it local at least. I like
Yes,
that.
yeah, definitely.
So, you've just released your debut single as Bella Bloom. So, could you give us a bit of an insight into what the track is about and how it came about?
I was really frustrated at the time when I wrote this song, just with lack of relationships. Social media was kind of getting me down a little bit, and it's almost a little bit of a self-love anthem, and a lot of my songs are, I'm not very, what's the word? I don't practice what I preach, so I'm singing about, believing in yourself, a bit corny and whatnot. But I think, yeah, it's a bit of a self-love anthem that I don't always even follow my own advice, but just to kind of be yourself, go forth with what don't worry what people think, make real life connections. And the internet can be amazing for, even the music scene and getting to know people in your community, but I think you need this real life contact as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's really good to set your identity as a new artist too, I suppose. Yeah. So, you've worked with some big guns writing this song. So, yeah, Joel Cornmain, who's worked with Eskimo Joe, Stuart Hawkes, who's worked with Ed Sheeran and Amy Winehouse, which is massive. So, was it kind of intimidating at all working with them as it is your first debut single?
Look, I kind of was at the stage where I really was stuck in a rut. So, I didn't really have any self-belief in myself, and I was really at the point where I'm like, I need someone to just, make some hardcore decisions. So I kept changing song structures. I couldn't commit to lyrics, and I sent some demos through to Joel. And the reason I contacted him was because some artists that I really like that he's produced, like Meg Mac, G Flip, and Alki from Sydney. His name just kept popping up in stuff that I liked. So sending through my tracks and getting let's work together, it was really affirming. And to be able to work with him, I have to say I grew up with, Eskimo Joe with black fingernails, red wine. Yep. So when Joel's walking through my house, I'm like, oh my God, it's Joel from Eskimo Joe. Like I was really stoked to work with him. But just seeing how he was able to piece all the things that I couldn't piece together, even with some other tracks that we worked on, it was really, it was like a bit of close the chapter. So get out of your head and get in the studio and get the take. So I'm really grateful that he was able to get the best out of me, and just to see how different people work with music, and yeah, you should work with a range of different people. So I think it's the start of, you know, opening up and doing more collaborations and all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good to have a guiding voice as well. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you have done a few single launches, but what are your exciting plans? Do you have any exciting plans for the year ahead? Any future releases maybe you'd be looking at?
Absolutely, yeah. We'll be looking to release a second single early in 2023. Again, probably do another regional tour. I really like playing regional gigs. I think it's really important to get your chops up, so to speak, as a performer, but also network and meet other people from local areas that, you know, suit your music. And I think it's all about making long-lasting friendships and that type of thing. So just recently played down in Ballarat again at Volta, and previously played there a few years ago, and just to develop the connections and go back and get, you know, someone you met at a gig, you get them to support you the next gig. Like it's just it's a bit of a circle, and I really like that. But I would really like to head up to Big Sound, up to Brisbane. I've got some really good mates up there, and have played up in Brisbane before, but would like to do a bit of a road trip, go up to Sydney, even go over to Adelaide, got some friends over there. But really my big goal is to head over to Europe and play some shows over there. That's my top
Just
of my
a couple
list.
of things on your list.
I don't know
at
if
the
that's
moment,
happening next year, but we'll get there.
Yeah, no, we can't wait to see what comes next. So
Thank
where
you.
can we find you on social media?
Yep, just balladeer.com, and everything's up there. And yeah, just released a video a couple of weeks ago, so everything's online. Check it out.
Amazing.
Yep.
So thanks so much for having a chat with us today.